Hey everyone, how's it going? Boomslang here. Welcome to my channel. So, it's that time of year, right? I'm sure you guys have seen some of the videos out there for the YouTube Hall of Fame. Now, some people get it confused with the YouTube Sports Cards Hall of Fame. That's a different animal altogether. That's where you vote on your favorite cards that you want to be admitted to the YouTube Sports Cards Hall of Fame, and that's run by Ray from Philly. And yeah, so this is different. This is for the content creators that have been creating content for a minimum of 3 years. And in order to vote, which I still don't kind of agree with that. I think everyone should be given a vote since everyone contributes to the content creators, right? Right. I know if you talk about the baseball card or the baseball Hall of Fame, only the writers that have been writing on the sport for 10 years get to have a vote. But this is a little bit different. This is not that serious of a thing, right? And to be more inclusive, we should just, let everyone have a vote. Why not? Something to think about. Food for thought on that one there. Maybe it'll bring about some changes for next year. I don't know. I mean, think about it. The little guy doesn't even have a channel, maybe, but he religiously comes out and watches your stuff and comments, right? Because he is a collector, but he doesn't put it out there. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He doesn't live for that part of the hobby, let's say, but he lives for other people, seeing what other people are buying, seeing what's hot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's the one part. The 3 year creating, all right, I get it. That's the waiting list for getting into the Hall of Fame, right? But I just think that everyone should get a vote because they contribute to all our channels, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's it. That's my little rant. How's that? That's my rant for getting this video going. But now, for my nominations for this year's YouTube Hall of Fame. So without any further ado, here is my list of nominees for the 2023 YouTube Hall of Fame. In no particular order. All right, not even alphabetical order. We're going to start off with The Past is Alive. John's been producing content. Actually, even last year, last year in 2022, he opened up his own LCS, gave it a try for almost a year, and found that two things. He had a problem with the landlord and all that good stuff in the building. And he missed being out on the road and doing that part of the hobby. Instead, he was tied down to the shop and being a businessman. And he preferred to be like one of us. Just go out and find that treasure on the road, find that gold, find that rare thing, So, number one is John Jabs over at The Past is Alive. Number two is going to be Hitman 23. Hitman 23, like myself, is a Yankee fan, so, can't go wrong there. When I was watching football, the last team I rooted for was the Redskins, which was a very long time ago, though. And he happens to be a Redskins fan, too, so we have some things in common there. Number three is Blue Rock TV, another Yankee fan, and that's not why I'm picking him. Blue Rock's just got good content. Met Lou at the National in Atlantic City last year, so that was fun meeting him and some of the other guys there, including Hitman 23, by the way. I ran into him there. They're all clustered together, so if I was smart, I could have lobbed a grenade over and took out a whole bunch of my competition, right? Boof, taking them out. But I'm a nice guy and didn't do that. Instead, I stopped by, said hi, walked around with them for a little bit. Let me cross these off as I discuss them. So we got Lou Rock, We got Hitman 23. We got The Past is Alive. All right, next up is Jay's Mix. Alex was a great help to me and my channel, being a moderator and just helping to advertise my channel, and helping get me established. So Alex at Jay's Mix is another one of my nominees for the 2023 YouTube Hall of Fame. Next is Frank's Card Corner. And guys, you're going to notice on my list there's a lot of names you may not recognize, but I suggest you go check them out because they got some really good content as well. Everyone puts out really good content. Let's not differentiate between channels because everyone who's a creator does their best and puts out their best quality content. So Jay's Mix is another one of mine. Then we did Frank's Card Corner. Frank is a funny guy. Frank, he slowed down a little bit doing YouTube, but he said he's going to start getting back into it. So we'll see. Hey, guys, life happens to us, right? There's guys that are in the YouTube Hall of Fame right now that have not made a video in years. Okay? Life just happens. And we can only control what we can control. And priorities are set. You know what I mean? And these are just pieces of paper, man. They're not life. They're just what we enjoy doing, all right? Number one. So at any time, any one of us can just have a life-changing event that takes over, all right? So that being said, let's get back to my list. Jeff Airtime, my neighbor, friend of mine, went to the National with him and his wife. Been over to his house. He helped me get my channel going, too. He came down here. He helped co-host my opening of my YouTube studio here in my garage, which is pretty bare right now. I'm moving everything into storage. And so, yeah, because I got work to be done in my house. Life happens, right? So, Jeff Airtime is another one of my nominations. Troy's Cars, and Comics, too. All right, is another one of my nominees. Troy's a loyal follower of my channel, so he gets my vote. He is eligible, and he gets my vote. I'm going to vote for guys that are loyal followers of my channel and not the big well-known names. The big well-known names are going to get all their votes from all the guys who are, that's who they pick. I'm going to go more for the little guy. Paige Deneen Bean 2376. Another follower of my channel. So Paige Deneen Bean 2376 gets my vote for the 2023 YouTube Hall of Fame. Next on my list, Donald Blumdahl. Don's been doing YouTube for a long time. For over 14 years, guys, but he's been producing other content. And then he got into his hobby and his love for his hobby. And he's really doing a lot of stuff with that. Great channel. He also has an eBay store. A lot of these guys have eBay stores, so I don't want to go into that. Donald Blumdahl is another one of my votes. Sorry if I'm stepping out of frame here for a second, guys, but I'm marking off my list, my greatest hits list. I already talked about Lou Rock, and number 10 on my list, and I'll recap it here again real quick. The Vintage Composer. I met him at the Philly show a couple shows ago, but it was last year. And funny, I talked to him, messaged him, said, hey, I know you're kind of a local guy. There's a lot of guys local to Philadelphia that are in our YouTube community here. So I said, man, I'd like to, maybe I'll bump into you at the Philly show coming up. He said, sure, you'll be there. I walk around with my buddy Jack, and lo and behold, we sit down at this one table where they have all these chairs set out, all these binders full of cards, and we're going to pick out cards that we're going to fill our sets with. Right? Set fillers. And the guy sitting right next to me, I didn't even know it. I sit down. I'm like, oh, excuse me. Can you get me? And he goes, oh, yeah. And I look up and said, hey, I know you. Hey, the Vintage Composer. How you doing? He's like, hey, how you doing? So we hung out there a little bit, talked about cards, talked about the show, and, just hung out for just a little bit. But that's all right. Vintage Composer is my 10th nominee. Now, to make sure I didn't miss anyone, that's why I lined them off. I'm going to go back over the list. And again, not even in the same order that I called them out. We're going to go with The Passes Alive, Hitman 23, Jay's Mix, Frank's Card Corner, Jeff Airtime, Troy's Cards, Cars, and Comics 2, Paige Deneen Bean 2376, Donald Blumdahl, Lou Rock TV, and The Vintage Composer. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is my 10 nominees for this year's YouTube Hall of Fame, guys. Good luck to everyone I nominated. Good luck to everyone who's been nominated or being nominated. Hey, we'll see you guys around the channel. This is Boomsang signing out, saying peace, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. It kind of works.